as you know, I've been using Twitter with my classes here in the Faculty of Education, online classes. I have a Twitter hashtag for each of the classes so that I encourage the students to join Twitter if they're not already on it. Am I allowed more than 2 breaths for this?
You can take as many breaths as you want because you're on camera.
All right. And so they tweet in the background, and when their tweet is relevant to the class subject, and when they're sharing resources and ideas and posing questions of relevance, they use the class hashtag. And probably within months of me starting to do this, a couple of years ago, one of the students in a 200 level undergraduate initial teacher education class tweeted a link to a blog to a commentator in the UK who was writing about a head teacher talking to a group of young teachers and saying, forget this social media stuff, it's got nothing to do with your teacher life, it's social, not professional, you know, like that. And I think, yeah, the commentator was saying, oh, come on, and then started to talk through the professional benefits of using social media, in fact. And the student having shared that blog post, I replied to her and said, oh, you know, Vygotsky would agree with this. It's social learning at its best, and Vygotsky would be down with this. And lo and behold, the writer of the blog in the UK came and joined our tweet stream and said, I haven't heard Vygotsky mentioned in teacher education circles for some time. And we carried on a conversation with him. And it was inspirational. It was like, sometimes it can be administratively difficult to get guest speakers to come into Moodle because of safety concerns and institutional boundaries. But on Twitter, the walls open up, and we didn't even have to ask his permission. He just popped on in, and it was very cool, and more stuff's happened since then, but that's my...
That's great. Could you, I would say, would it impacted your students to have this person come in who they were talking about? Yeah,
they were really impressed, and they could see, because every year the students start off saying, what's Twitter, and people tweeting pictures of like food and politicians making huge gaffes, you know, and what has this got to do with education and teaching and professional learning, Diane? And then when they see something like that happen, they go, oh, okay, yeah, I get it. We're talking to someone online who we didn't expect would give us the time of day in our little corner of the world meet. And it was really cool. We used Tweet Chat for the first time, and it was Maria and I, and we talked about practical strategies for learning through ICT in terms of modifying and redefining learning activities within the classroom. And the ideas were coming thick and fast from the students. In the blink of an eye, an hour and a half had passed, but it was fantastic. And one of the students had shared mystery Skype, yeah. And so she tweeted that, and I favourited it. And this morning, when I went on, to find that mystery Skype had retweeted both of our tweets, and that, as well as that, one of the students had storified the session we had last night.